180 million years ago. Earth entered the early to middle Jurassic period. The world was warm and humid, covered with vast forests of conifers, cycads, and giant ferns. Rivers and wetlands cut through valleys, creating rich floodplains where vegetation thrived. Above, the skies were filled with the gliding shadows of early pterosaurs, while the land echoed with the footsteps of new dinosaurs. In southern China, in the region that we now call Guangxi, a remarkable creature walked these primeval landscapes. Recently brought to light by paleontologists, it was given the name Huashanosaurus qini, a dinosaur that carried within its bones the story of transition, adaptation, and survival. Huashanosaurus was a member of the sauropods family, ancestors of the colossal sauropods that would later dominate the Jurassic world. Unlike its immense descendants such as Brachiosaurus or Diplodocus, Huashanosaurus was smaller, more slender, and far more agile. It measured several meters in length, with a graceful long neck for browsing vegetation and a balancing tail that helped it move with surprising ease. Its limbs were sturdy but not massive, suggesting it could walk long distances across changing environments. This species represented a crucial evolutionary step, bridging the gap between earlier, simpler plant eaters and the gigantic sauropods yet to come, making it a true pioneer of its time. The environment of Guangxi during the Jurassic was diverse and full of life. Towering conifers formed dense canopies, while thick undergrowth of ferns and cycads filled the forest floor. Rivers provided fertile plains where vegetation flourished, creating ideal conditions for plant-eating dinosaurs. Huashanosaurus fed on this abundance with its leaf-shaped teeth, which were not designed for chewing but for stripping leaves and swallowing them whole. Its digestion likely relied on gut fermentation, a process that used microbes to break down tough plant fibers. Moving in small groups, these dinosaurs browsed side by side, their long necks reaching for branches while others fed closer to the ground, creating a cooperative and balanced feeding strategy. Life, however, was filled with danger. Predatory theropods roamed the shadows, smaller but swift hunters that targeted the vulnerable, the young, or the isolated. For Huashanosaurus, survival meant constant vigilance and the safety of numbers. Their herds provided protection, with many eyes scanning the forests for signs of predators. When threatened, they could retreat into dense vegetation, where their long legs and agility gave them a chance to escape. Though not massive like their descendants, their size still discouraged most predators. Evolution had shaped them into adaptable survivors, balancing speed, awareness, and strategy in a Jurassic wilderness that demanded constant resilience. Social behavior may have been essential to Huashanosaurus. Fossil evidence from related sauropodomorphs suggests they lived in herds, cooperating to secure food and defend against predators. Traveling together, they could exploit vast areas of vegetation, ensuring that no individual strayed too far from the safety of the group. Herd life also created bonds of companionship, with young ones learning from adults and adults benefiting from the protection of numbers. This unity allowed them to thrive across landscapes filled with challenges. In a world where survival often depended on strength in numbers, Huashanosaurus shows us how cooperation was as vital as strength or speed. The fossilized remains of Huashanosaurus qini were uncovered in Guangxi, southern China, a region that continues to reveal the deep history of life on Earth. For scientists, fossils are time capsules, preserving fragments of beings long vanished. The bones of Huashanosaurus revealed its slender build, its elongated neck, and traits that connected it to both early plant eaters and the colossal sauropods of later ages. Unique skeletal features confirmed it as a new species, expanding our understanding of dinosaur diversity in Asia during the Jurassic. Each bone is a clue, each discovery a new page in the book of evolution, and Huashanosaurus adds an important chapter. Imagine if Huashanosaurus were to appear in our modern world. Though not as immense as the movie-famous giants, it would still be an extraordinary sight. Several meters long, with a long sweeping neck and graceful body, it would stride through forests and river valleys, feeding on leaves, branches, and shrubs. Modern herbivores such as deer, elephants, or giraffes would face competition from this ancient browser, as it stripped vegetation with efficiency unmatched by most living animals. Its presence would transform ecosystems, reshaping forests, opening gaps in vegetation, and altering the distribution of plants. The world would once again bear the mark of its browsing herds. In today's world, predators like lions, tigers, or crocodiles would find little chance against a full-grown Huashanosaurus, though the young would remain vulnerable. Yet the greatest dangers would not come from nature, but from humanity. Deforestation, climate change, and shrinking habitats would challenge its survival far more than any Jurassic predator once did. In fragile modern ecosystems, the return of such a species might disrupt the balance we know, yet it would also spark awe and wonder. Seeing Huashanosaurus alive would challenge us to rethink our relationship with the natural world and how we coexist with creatures both ancient and modern. The legacy of Huashanosaurus is not only preserved in its bones but in the role it played in evolution. It was neither the largest nor the fiercest, yet it was a pioneer, bridging eras of change. This transitional species shows us how dinosaurs experimented with new forms, adapting to environments and pushing the boundaries of survival. From modest plant eaters to earth-shaking giants, this lineage tells a story of resilience and transformation across millions of years. Huashanosaurus qini adds a vital page to this saga, reminding us that even the less famous creatures carry lessons about life's adaptability. Today, the fossils of Huashanosaurus rest in the care of scientists and museums, where research and reconstructions bring its world back to life. Through careful study, paleontologists recreate its form, its movements, and its place within Jurassic ecosystems. It teaches us about adaptation, cooperation, and the diversity of prehistoric life. More than that, it invites us to imagine, what would it mean if dinosaurs once again walked the earth? Huashanosaurus qini, once hidden in stone, now steps into the light of science, carrying timeless lessons from a world long past and inspiring new generations to explore the mysteries of life's history.